Uh, Miss Christina, you're welcome to the program. Can you hear us?
Hi, good morning. Yes, I can hear you clearly.
So
So good
happy,
to be here with you this morning.
yeah, nice to have you with us. Happy World Teachers Day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Celebrating all the teachers out there who are playing their own part in shaping the future of our generation. Thank you so much. And of course, the future generations as well.
Now, talking about the World Teachers Day, basically, when we talk about teachers, there's a kind of connotation that so many persons they have towards it, especially the fact that there is always insufficient pay for great work. So, as
Yeah.
we are celebrating this year's World Teachers Day, what can you say about the plight of the teachers alongside the sacrifices and the effort they are putting, out? Is it properly rewarded at all?
Okay. Interestingly, the theme for the World Teachers Day this year is the teachers we need for the education we want. The global imperative to reverse the teacher shortage. You see, it is interesting that many people are beginning to check out of the teaching profession, and that's because they feel that it is not rewarding enough. I'm sure that everyone knows that if your reason to do something exceeds your reason not to do it, then you will do it. At the same time, if your reasons not to do something exceeds your reasons to do it, then you will not do it. Now, many teachers are checking out of the education sector because over and over again, their reasons for choosing to opt out exceed their reasons for staying in the education sector. And in truth, teachers can never be paid commensurate to the efforts that they put into this work. You know, nobody can ever truly reward teachers. However, we can try. So it's not enough to just say, there's this popular saying, the reward of teachers is in heaven. Yes, we know, but can you reward teachers on earth as well?
But
Teachers
but
should
on
not.
a light note, how about those that may not even go to heaven? So let them get their reward first here, right?
Well, there's that as well. So I think it's important that the welfare of teachers should be placed as primary, and then teaching. In our nation, one of the core problems that we have in the education sector is that teaching is regarded as that profession that if you don't make it elsewhere, you can then try your hands at teaching.
Like a
You
dumping
know,
ground.
exactly. Now you're picking people who will um teach the professionals. You're picking someone who is going to teach that doctor, who is going to treat you and someday maybe even save your life. And you just want to pick just anybody. Now, that's one thing. We have to ensure that we have quality teachers. And yes, I think that the primary focus of this is the welfare of teachers. We have to ensure that not only are we giving monetary returns, we're also allowing teachers to enjoy the profession. We're allowing them take their much needed rest. For instance, during summer breaks, some teachers will still be mandated to show up at work. And, the way the whole thing has been structured, that is the season where teachers can take their
Rest.
much deserved rest. But, sometimes they still have to sacrifice that. Some teachers even sacrifice it willingly, maybe because they will not get paid if they don't show up and all of that. Another thing I would like to highlight, especially globally, is the security of the school system. You would have noticed that earlier in the year, the UK announced that they were looking for teachers. They were willing to take teachers even from Nigeria
Right.
because they were also experiencing that teacher
Shortage.
shortage, right? Yes, exactly. So one major factor contributing to all of this as well is security in schools. You'd have heard of school shootings where children bring guns to school and actually kill people in their numbers. So we also have to ensure that our school systems are properly secure.
And
Thank you
back
so
home
much.
here in Nigeria too, there are places where schools are being shut for over several years because of the issue of insecurity. If you go to
Yes,
a northern part of
yes,
Nigeria. Now, talking about this
yes.
year's theme, the teachers we need for the education we want. You know, a lot of persons they have said that there's a kind of a mismatch between the kind of education we earned and the social reality. You know, like it's not
Yes,
really matching so well. You have
yes.
graduates that are being said to be unemployable and not necessarily skilled for the present digital age and that sort of thing. Now, what can we do to hire teachers in a proper manner, in such a way that they will give the education that we need for this particular generation? Because the kind of education our fathers had is supposed to be different from what we should have, because things are changing and education is meant towards solving societal problems and all of that.
Okay. So you know that for the jobs of the future, there are certain skills that learners or people should have to be able to thrive in the future.
Right.
Now, some of them include creativity, critical thinking,
Right.
problem solving, communication, and so on. Now, if we are going to bring someone who is going to cultivate that in a person, then that person must have it. Permit me to say this: if he didn't dare, he didn't dare. Like you can't give, you can't give what you don't have.
Right.
And so I would say that it starts with teacher training. Teacher training. So teachers have to be properly trained to fit into their roles. You know, you can't just employ teachers in a government school somewhere and just leave them to it, hoping that let them just do their thing. No, you would see that, you know, especially not this intended, but for the government schools, if you compare them with the quality of education in the private sector, I'd like to commend people operating in the private sector this morning. There's a whole lot going on in that sector that is worthy of emulation. Now, I would also like to commend our government. Yes, as much as we see, I for one, I went to a government secondary school. In Eva Adelaja in Lagos, I am a proud alumnus of that school. And I can say that, yes, they tried for me. Especially there was a time when the government even gave us textbooks. So as a student, you had access to textbooks. My teachers really tried. But I know that there's much more that can be done. There's so
Okay,
much more that
a
can be
lot might
done.
have changed from your time to what we have in the present day. I've actually taken a kind of
Certainly.
survey of some primary schools around the FCT here, and then it will shock you to know that even within the FCT, especially the hinterland within the FCT, you see that they don't even have the basic facilities that will aid young people to learn. And so these teachers, they are struggling to teach against all odds. So how can we
Yes.
bring out the best in young individuals in that kind of situation, you know?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I've noticed that focus and attention is paid to the schools in the cities. But what happens to those schools in the villages? You know, those teachers as well, because we want to build people that can compete anywhere globally. So are we saying it's only the children that were born and bred in the cities that should have access to opportunities? We want education we want to improve the quality of education all around the nation, not just focusing on some parts. And I would like to go back to the point I was trying to make again earlier, that it starts with teacher training, because some time ago I heard that we were trying to revamp our curriculum as a nation, and I'm like, yes, sounds good, yes, great, that would be a good development, but the teacher is the last line implementer. Whatever beautiful curriculum that you have come up with, you would hand it over to the teacher to execute in the classroom, to deliver it in the classroom. So if that person is not properly equipped to deliver, then you can be sure that you're not going to get the best results out of it. So I'd like to encourage the government to invest in teacher training. Teachers themselves, because in truth, you cannot always place responsibility for your life in the hands of other people. So I'd like to encourage teachers themselves to also invest in their own professional development. Take courses online, develop yourself.
You don't have to
It's
wait for the
not
government, right? Just go out of the way,
exactly.
right?
Yes, exactly. You don't always have to put the responsibility, not even only on the government, for people in the private sector. Don't always place that responsibility on your employer as well. You think outside of the box and look for ways that you can hone and develop your skills.
Amazing. Now, conclusively, let's just briefly talk about the most important thing that people consider when it comes to the issue of teaching remuneration. There are people that are staying in this teaching profession regardless of the kind of amount of money that they are receiving. They are
Yes,
passionate about this job. They are happy waking up
yes.
every morning talking to young people. What can you say about those people? What kind of thing is driving that passion and energy within them? And how can they have others emulate them?
Okay. So I'd like to say that even if a teacher is being paid $1 million per month for the job, you can take a research, you would find out that many teachers do it for these learners. For me in the classroom, when I when I think about the learners, my face lights up because of the interactions with them, because you see them progress. They come into your classroom as one person and they're living as another entirely different person. And I can tell you that that joy that comes when you see a student's face light up, when they have like an eureka moment, when they get something you've been teaching, nothing can ever match that.
Eh,
So
an
to that
amazing
teacher who
professional satisfaction indeed.
nothing can match it. Yes, you're right. Now, to that teacher who is not getting, the required remuneration, I would like to take it from two perspectives. Number one, please keep going, keep investing in this life. You may be training the next president of this country. You may be training the next person that would, maybe invent the next biggest thing. And it doesn't matter if that person even comes and says, oh, this was my teacher and pays you back. No, you have played your own part to the development of humanity.
Amazing.
However, I don't want to be unreasonable and just say, oh, just keep sowing. And then the teacher will keep suffering. Now, I would like to also encourage teachers to seek out, we call it side hustle in Nigerian parlance. What else can you do as a teacher? There are many different things evolving right now. Teachers are now content creators. Can you show us snippets from your classroom to inspire other educators? And before you know it, you can garner enough followers and get paid for that content. Of course, you have to do this in accordance with the child protection and safeguarding policy of your organization, right? Can you think about other services that you can render as a teacher? Can you go into teacher training as well, train other teachers and get paid for it? Or do you have other skills? Can you leverage those skills as well? So after you close for the day, can you have maybe set up a business that you can run afterwards? You just have to think outside the box, because as much as, yes, you want to invest in the lives of other children, you should also be able to invest in the lives of your children. Your children should not suffer because you're a teacher. You should be able to buy them and at least their needs.
Thank you so much.
You're
It's been an
welcome.
amazing time with you. Christina Adebiye is passionate about education and dedicated to helping students learn and grow, whether in the classroom or online. She's the brain behind Teachers Lounge NG, a platform where she brings teachers together to share their philosophy of education, teaching experiences, and ideas to positively influence other educators in order to positively impact students' learning outcomes across the nation. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate you and we see you.
Thank you so
Your
much.
reward
Thank
begins
you.
now, not only in heaven. Goodbye.
Certainly.
Happy
Goodbye. Thank
World
you.
Teachers Day.
Thank you so much.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
So, right, you're listening to Jordan 3.9 FM Abuja. It's World Teachers Day, and that has been the voice of Christina Adebiye, and then helping us to make sense of this year's theme. So right now, I will jump on a break, and when I return, we will start the conversation. You've been listening, so it's time for us to also talk about so many other things, especially this day, World Teachers Day. Maybe you can appreciate a teacher of yours on radio. We'll give you opportunity to do that. And if you're a teacher and you're listening to us right now, maybe you should be in the classroom or whatever way it is. But if you're a friend, you're listening, please do well to also call us. We want to talk to teachers this morning too, and we appreciate you. We see all you do. We do not take it for granted for any moment. You're listening to Jordan 3.9 FM Abuja.
Aren't you super excited that Abuja now has an official medium designed to take your business to the next level? This is Jordan 93.9 FM, and advertising with us makes you stand out, helps you reach out to a wide range of listeners. Would you want your business publicized in Abuja, Nasarawa, Kaduna, Kogi, Niger, and entire North Central Zone? Then link up shop with our marketing department. Call our hotlines
081 40637056 or 090 24204415.
Jordan FM Abuja 93.9 maximizes opportunity today and get massive publicity all over Abuja and beyond.
Welcome back. You're listening to Jordan 3.9 FM Abuja, and it's People's Forum right here on your station that is second to none. And for the past several minutes, we've been talking to Ms. Christina Adebiyi. She has been helping us to make sense of this year's World Teachers Day celebration and the needs for teachers to be well taken care of so that they can impart adequate knowledge to the next generation. 07050863939 is the number to call. And when you call, you turn down the volume on your radio so that we can have a comfortable conversation. You can wish your teachers happy World Teachers Day. It's very important. You can remember all the amazing things they've done for you in the past, because nobody can reach a certain level in life without the services of our teachers. Great people, amazing individuals, trying as much as possible to rebuild the nation through impartation of great knowledge to the next generation. We see you and we appreciate you. All right, at 07050863939, and in between other talks, you can also make reference to some other stories driving conversation today on the front burner of issues. Okay, yeah, you can also talk about those things that are actually of concern to you and are on the papers. You are welcome in doing so as well. And I do hope our lines will be favorable. Earlier in the 8 o'clock hour, we couldn't receive your calls. Okay, we want to apologize for that, but we hope that this time around we'll have a good conversation. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Morning, sir.
Hello. Good morning, Mr. Mario.
Morning.
Desmond.
Welcome, Mr.
Desmond is
Desmond.
calling from Buhari.
Nice to have
How
you.
you doing? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, great.
All right, I want to actually congratulate teachers for observing their Teachers Day. The lady that spoke to me on phone has actually shown light on the importance of teachers. I must say, sir, their importance cannot be overemphasized. It's just that in our part of society.
Please call us back, Mr. Desmond, if you can. You are still making your points, and the network went bad. 07050863939 is the number to call. World Teachers Day is today, and we are celebrating it and remembering and acknowledging the services of all the teachers, either in public sector or in private sector. There are certain teachers in some states, especially the primary school teachers. I can mention states like Kogi, Benue. Before now, I think things are better in Benue now with the new administration, where primary school teachers will not be paid for several months, and that is the foundation. That is the basic. And at the end of the day, when we commonize these people, then we are actually doing a very grievous error. And when I hope that many states that are going through that line, they right the wrongs. I can't imagine you are a teacher and at the end of the month you are being paid maybe 20% of your salary. Who does that? It's completely wrong. And also there are a lot of other teachers too in private sector in different states of the federation being paid peanuts, sacrificing every single moment and that sort of thing. And I do hope that things will get better. Remember that you are not just working for the money, even though the money is very, very important because you have your own essential services to also tackle and utilities and bills to pay. At the same time, too, we hope that things will improve and things will get better so that teachers will have the opportunities to do their work in a very nice, amazing condition. Because whether you like it or not, if you are passionate about something and you are not rewarded for it, a time will come where you begin to have a kind of dampened enthusiasm in doing that particular job. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning, Mr. Mario. How are you?
I'm very fine. Nice to have you.
Yes, my name is Matthew. I'm actually calling you from Pambara. God bless you.
God bless you too, Mr. Matthew.
Yes, and I want to say a big congratulations to all the teachers all over the world as they celebrate. And I want to thank also the madam that spoke on behalf of the teachers. Yes, she has talked well. And like you said, the teachers' reward should start from now, not
Right.
when they get to heaven.
Right.
Mr. Mario,
Yes, sir.
it's so unfortunate that in this part of the world, there are some profession we don't give priority to, we don't respect. And one of them is teachers. Mr. Mario, it's not easy. My wife is a teacher. I know what she faces. She faces every day. Trying to draw her lesson plans and try to calculate how it's going to impact knowledge into these children.
Right.
You know that the most difficult job, and I stand to be corrected, the most difficult job in the world is teaching. To impact knowledge into somebody is not easy. And these are professions. This is a profession that we don't just respect, or we don't even pay priority to. It's so unfortunate. I want to encourage the teachers all over the world, those who are listening to me now, that a good law.
Hello, are you there, Mr. Matthew? Oh dear, we can't hear you anymore. Sorry about that. Please call us back if you can. I don't know what's going on this morning with the network signal and all of that. 07050863939 is the number to call. It's World Teachers Day, and we are talking about the services of teachers. Teachers are known as great mentors, people that are role models, shaping the minds of young individuals. Hello, good morning. Morning, sir.
From Honorable Muhammad.
Welcome, Honorable.
Yeah, we excellent teachers all the world. I was a teacher. I taught for almost 18 years.
Wow.
For you tomorrow you'll be surprised. When I was teaching, I was giving addition to my people. And at a point, the students whom I have helped gain admission to the Teachers College, they came to call me and I became chairman of my local government.
Wow.
The teacher's reward is in this world and hereafter. That is how I left teaching to be chairman of the local government.
So it was your students that came up and inspired you to run for political position.
Yes,
Wow.
but teachers, but teachers college.
Wow.
You can find out. Then
Great.
they became teachers in my local government. When it was time, the zone for the chairman came to my zone. They came to come in free of charge. They came to my local government. 96. Tomorrow you not believe it. The teachers were exposed here and thereafter. What is supposed to what is happening. Teachers underrated by some state government. Some of them are only salary for almost 2-3 months. Even when they pay them in 15, as you said. Unfortunately, just as someone has said about the most difficult job. I was not a teacher. I just joined teaching as an auxiliary teacher. In fact, sometimes when I go to work, I'm not always happy, but I got the reward in this world. The government should try as much as possible to improve the teacher's salary and their remuneration because it's not a joke. So that is how I became someone and I represent my children. So I'm saluting teachers all over the world. The government to try as much as possible to treat them well. The issue of currency war, the worst currency in Africa. It's unfortunate. Of all the professors,
One of the worst currencies.
one of the worst in Africa. But it's unfortunate. Of all the professors and doctors we have in this country, I don't know, artists are just degenerating every year, every day. Because now it's almost 1,000 plus today. So pray that the government will look into it and do something about it. And the issue of minimum certificates, after it has been released, what next? When if the media was not released, I think Nigeria was going to burn. Now they have released it and nothing has happened. So we're waiting for the Supreme Court decision. I know nothing will change in the tribunal's judgment. So tomorrow, in this country, one is to change this country. We have to fight corruption head now. But that is the major problem. The youth want to make money very fast. I don't know how someone will wake up overnight and become rich. This is why they are into Yahoo and other things. We have to pray for this country.
All right.
And then give us peace and progress in this country.
All right.
Because it is not even in line. But accept the country. The population of this country is growing, and the government are not planning for it. And one of the major problems in this country is some of the state government. The former president said it. When the federal government is trying its best to make sure things are better, they are releasing funds to them every month. But they are suffering doing it.
All right. Help us round off now.
God will bear us out and give us peace and progress in this country. This government is too young to be judged. I must say appealing to Labour Congress to continue to discuss with federal government.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Okay, you're listening to Jordan at 3.9 FM Abuja 07050863939. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Vincent. I'm Mr. Vincent from Lagos.
Yeah, Mr. Vincent, where you are is pretty noisy.
Okay, I'm in the market, so let me just wind up.
Okay.
Okay, Samario, you see, yesterday I was speaking from a place of, should I say, pain. And the pain is from the pain of seeing my country work better, not just for me, but for everybody. Work for everybody in such a way and manner that people will be proud to call themselves Nigeria or Nigerian, wherever they find themselves. First of all, before I continue, let me say a happy Teachers' Day to all teachers all over the world. I want to